Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to explore one of the most famous and powerful books about money and wealth building, The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. This classic book shares timeless financial lessons through simple and interesting stories set in the ancient city of Babylon, one of the richest civilizations in history. In this video, you will learn powerful principles like how to save money, control your expenses, make your money grow, and build long-term financial security. These lessons have helped millions of people around the world improve their financial habits and create wealth. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the powerful wisdom of the richest man in Babylon. Lesson 1. Pay yourself first. The first and most powerful lesson from The Richest Man in Babylon is a simple but life-changing idea. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. This principle is often called pay yourself first. At first, this idea may sound very simple, but when applied consistently, it becomes one of the most powerful financial habits anyone can develop. Most people spend their entire lives working hard to earn money. They wake up early, go to work, complete their tasks, and receive their salary at the end of the week or month. But what happens to that money? For most people, it disappears quickly. They pay rent, buy food, pay bills, purchase clothes, go out for entertainment, and buy things they want. By the end of the month, they're left with almost nothing. Then the cycle begins again. They work hard, earn money, spend everything, and remain in the same financial position year after year. This is exactly what Arcad, the richest man in Babylon, warns against. According to Arcad, the problem is not that people earn too little. The problem is that they pay everyone else before paying themselves. Think about it for a moment. Every time you earn money, many people get paid before you do. The landlord gets paid, the grocery store gets paid, the electricity company gets paid, the internet company gets paid, the restaurant gets paid, the clothing store gets paid. Everyone receives a part of your money. Everyone except you. Arcad believed this was the biggest mistake people make with their finances. He taught that the very first person who should receive a portion of your income is you. Before paying bills, before buying things, before spending on entertainment, you must set aside a portion of your earnings and keep it for yourself. This saved money is the beginning of your wealth. Arcad recommended saving at least 10% of everything you earn. For example, if you earn $100, you should immediately save $10. If you earn $1,000, you should save $100. This money should not be touched for spending. It should be kept and eventually invested so it can grow. Many people think they cannot save 10% of their income. They believe they already have too many expenses. But Arcad explains something very important. Human desires will always grow to match income. If someone earns more money, they usually increase their spending as well. They buy better clothes, a nicer phone, a more expensive car, or move into a bigger house. Because of this, even with high salaries often struggle financially. Saving money is not about how much you earn. It is about developing the habit of keeping a portion of what you earn. At first, saving 10% may feel uncomfortable. You may feel like you have less money to spend. But something interesting happens when people begin saving. They become more aware of their spending. They start identifying unnecessary purchases. They begin distinguishing between things they need and things they simply want. Over time, they realize they can easily live on 90% of their income. Meanwhile, the 10% they saved begins to grow. This growing savings becomes extremely powerful. It provides financial security, it creates opportunities for investment, and most importantly, it builds confidence. Instead of living paycheck to paycheck, you begin to build a financial foundation. Arcad also compared money to seeds. When you save money, it is like planting seeds in a field. Each saved coin has the potential to grow into more coins. If invested wisely, those coins can produce even more money. Over time, your savings begin to multiply. Eventually, your money begins working for you. Instead of relying only on your job for income, your investments start generating income as well. This is the moment when true wealth begins to form. But it all starts with a single habit: saving a portion of everything you earn. That is why Arcad insisted that the first step toward wealth is always to pay yourself first. It does not matter if your income is small or large. What matters is building the discipline of saving consistently. Even small amounts saved regularly can grow into large amounts over time. This principle has been used by successful people for generations. It is simple, it is practical, and it works. The moment you start keeping a portion of your earnings, you begin changing your financial future. Because wealth does not begin with earning more money, it begins with keeping the money you already earn. Lesson 2. Control your expenses. The second powerful lesson from The Richest Man in Babylon is about learning to control your expenses. Many people believe that the reason they cannot save money is simple: they think they do not earn enough. They say things like, "If I earned more money, I could save." But Arcad teaches that this belief is usually not true. According to him, the real problem is not a lack of income. The real problem is uncontrolled spending. No matter how much money people earn, their desires often grow just as fast. When someone gets a raise at work, what usually happens? Instead of saving the extra money, they begin spending more. They buy more expensive clothes. They upgrade their phone. They move into a bigger house. They start eating at more expensive restaurants. Slowly, their lifestyle becomes more expensive, and soon their new income feels just as limited as the old one. This is why Arcad explains an important truth. What each of us calls our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our income unless we protest to the contrary. In simple words, if you allow your spending habits to grow freely, you will always feel like you never have enough money. This is why controlling expenses is one of the most important financial skills anyone can learn. The key is learning the difference between needs and wants. Needs are the things required for living: food, shelter, basic clothing, transportation, and essential bills. Wants, however, are the things we desire but do not truly need: a luxury car, expensive gadgets, designer clothes, frequent entertainment. There's nothing wrong with enjoying life or buying things you like, but the problem begins when spending on wants prevents you from building wealth. Arcad suggests creating a clear spending plan, also known as a budget. A budget simply means deciding in advance how your money will be used. First, you save a portion of your income. Then you plan how the rest will be spent. This helps you avoid wasting money on unnecessary purchases. When people begin budgeting, they often discover surprising things. They realize how much money they spend on small things that do not truly improve their lives. Small daily expenses like frequent snacks, subscriptions, or impulsive shopping can slowly drain large amounts of money over time. By controlling these expenses, you create room in your finances. You gain control over your money instead of letting money control you. Another important point Arcad makes is that discipline is the key to financial success. Without discipline, it is easy to spend money quickly. But with discipline, you make thoughtful choices about where your money goes. Successful people do not simply earn money, they manage their money wisely. They think carefully before spending. They focus on long-term benefits rather than short-term pleasure. This habit allows them to build wealth steadily over time. When you control your expenses, something powerful happens. You begin to feel more confident about your finances. You stop worrying about running out of money. You begin making smarter financial decisions. And most importantly, you create the ability to save and invest consistently. This lesson works together with the first lesson. Saving 10% of your income is important, but if your expenses are out of control, saving will always feel difficult. By controlling spending, you make saving easier and more natural. Over time, this simple habit can completely transform your financial future. Because wealth is not built by spending everything you earn. It is built by managing your money wisely and living below your means. That is why Arcad teaches that controlling expenses is one of the most important steps on the path to financial success. Lesson 3. Make your money multiply. The third lesson from The Richest Man in Babylon is one of the most exciting and powerful ideas in the entire book. It teaches us how to move beyond simply saving money and start growing wealth. The lesson is called Make Your Money Multiply. Saving money is an important first step, but Arcad explains that saving alone will not make you rich. If money simply sits somewhere without being used, it does not grow. To build real wealth, your saved money must begin working for you. Think about it this way. When you go to work every day, you exchange your time and energy for money. But there are only so many hours in a day. Your ability to earn money is limited by time. However, when your money begins working for you, it can earn money even while you sleep. This is the secret that wealthy people understand. Arcad explains that every coin you save should be treated like a worker. Each coin has the potential to produce more coins, and those new coins can produce even more. This creates a powerful cycle called compound growth. For example, imagine you save $100. Instead of spending it, you invest it into something productive. That investment generates profits. Now you have more than $100. If you reinvest those profits again, your money continues to grow. Over time, the growth becomes faster and stronger. Your money begins multiplying on its own. Arcad compares this process to a tree growing from a small seed. At first, the seed is tiny, but when planted and cared for, it grows into a tree. That tree then produces fruit, and inside that fruit are more seeds that can grow into more trees. This is exactly how money works when it is invested wisely. One small amount of saved money can eventually grow into a large fortune. But this growth only happens if money is used wisely. Arcad warns that people must be careful when choosing investments. Many people lose their money because they invest without knowledge. Sometimes they trust people who promise quick profits. Sometimes they invest in things they do not understand. When this happens, they risk losing their hard-earned savings. That is why Arcad teaches an important rule. Before investing money, always seek advice from people who have experience in that area. If someone wants to invest in farming, they should learn from farmers. If someone wants to invest in trading, they should learn from experienced traders. Wise advice helps protect money and increases the chances of success. Another important point Arcad explains is patience. Building wealth through investing does not happen overnight. It takes time. Many people today want instant results. They want to become rich quickly. But true wealth is usually built slowly and steadily. The people who succeed financially are those who remain patient and disciplined. They continue saving, they continue investing, and they allow time to multiply their money. Eventually, something amazing begins to happen. Instead of working only for money, money begins working for them. Their investments generate income. Their wealth continues growing even when they are not actively working. This is the real meaning behind Arcad's lesson, Make Your Money Multiply. Save consistently, invest wisely, be patient, and allow your money to grow over time. Because when your money begins working for you, the journey toward true wealth truly begins. Lesson 4. Protect your wealth from loss. The fourth lesson from The Richest Man in Babylon is extremely important, yet often ignored. It is called Protect Your Wealth from Loss. By now, we have learned how to save money and how to make it grow. But there is one more critical step. You must protect what you have built. Because earning money is hard, saving money takes discipline, and investing money requires patience. But losing money can happen very quickly. Arcad teaches that many people fail financially not because they cannot earn or save, but because they lose their money through poor decisions. This usually happens when people chase opportunities that promise quick and easy profits. For example, imagine someone tells you, "Invest your money with me and I will double it in a short time." This sounds exciting. It sounds like an easy way to become rich. But in reality, these types of opportunities are often risky or even dishonest. Arcad warns us very clearly. Gold flees the man who would force it to impossible earnings. In simple words, money leaves those who try to get rich too quickly without understanding the risks. One of the most important principles in this lesson is never invest in something you do not understand. Many people make this mistake. They hear about a new opportunity, they see others making money, and without proper knowledge, they jump in. But without understanding how something works, you cannot judge whether it is safe or risky. This is why Arcad advises seeking guidance from experienced and knowledgeable people. If you want to invest in a certain field, talk to someone who has already succeeded in that field. For example, if you want to invest in business, learn from business owners. If you want to invest in property, learn from real estate experts. If you want to invest in markets, learn from experienced investors. Wise advice acts like a shield that protects your money. Another key idea in this lesson is avoiding greed. Greed often pushes people to make bad decisions. When people become too focused on making large profits quickly, they stop thinking logically. They ignore risks, they trust the wrong people, and they invest without proper planning. This usually leads to losses. Successful people think differently. They focus on steady, safe, and consistent growth. They understand that building wealth takes time. They prefer secure investments over risky shortcuts. They are careful with their money because they know how hard it was to earn it. Arcad also shares stories in the book about people who lost their savings because they trusted the wrong advice. Some invested in businesses they did not understand. Others trusted friends who had no real experience. In both cases, they ended up losing their money. The lesson here is simple but powerful. Do not risk losing what you have already earned. It is better to grow your money slowly and safely than to lose it quickly. Another important concept is diversification. Although the book does not use this modern term directly, the idea is clear. Do not put all your money into one single place. Spread your investments wisely. This reduces risk and protects you from major losses. When you protect your wealth, you build stability. You create a strong financial foundation. You reduce stress and uncertainty, and you ensure that your money continues to grow over time. This lesson works together with the previous ones. First, you learn to save money. Then, you learn to invest it. And now, you learn to protect it. All three steps are necessary for long-term success. Because building wealth is not just about making money, it is about keeping that money safely. That is why Arcad emphasizes it is not enough to earn gold. You must also protect it. When you follow this principle, you avoid unnecessary risks, you make smarter decisions, and you move closer to financial security and freedom. Lesson 5. Make your home a profitable investment. The fifth lesson from The Richest Man in Babylon teaches the importance of owning your home. Arcad explains that when people rent their homes for many years, a large portion of their income goes to someone else. Every month they pay rent, but at the end of many years they own nothing. However, when someone buys their own home, the situation changes. Instead of paying money to a landlord, they are investing in something that belongs to them. Over time, the home becomes an asset. It can increase in value and provide long-term financial stability. Owning a home also creates a sense of pride and security. Families feel more stable when they live in a place that truly belongs to them. Arcad believed that every person should try to build a comfortable home for their family without spending beyond their financial ability. A home should not become a burden. Instead, it should strengthen your financial future. By making your home a smart investment, you reduce long-term expenses and build wealth at the same time. This simple idea can make a big difference in a person's financial life. Lesson 6. Ensure a future income. The sixth lesson from The Richest Man in Babylon focuses on preparing for the future. Many people only think about their present needs. They work, earn money, and spend it to manage their daily life. But Arcad teaches that wise people always think ahead. One day, everyone will grow older and may not have the same ability to work and earn money. If a person does not prepare for this time, life can become difficult. That is why it is important to build investments and savings that will provide income in the future. This could include savings, investments, or assets that continue to generate money over time. By planning early and investing wisely, a person can create financial security for their later years. Arcad believed that a wise person always ensures that their wealth continues to support them and their family, even when they are no longer able to work. Planning for the future brings peace of mind and long-term stability. Lesson 7. Increase your ability to earn. The seventh and final lesson from The Richest Man in Babylon is about improving yourself. Arcad teaches that your ability to earn money is one of your greatest assets. The more knowledge and skills you develop, the more opportunities you will have to increase your income. Successful people never stop learning. They constantly work on improving their abilities, gaining new knowledge, and becoming better at what they do. For example, a worker who improves his skills can earn higher wages. A business owner who learns new strategies can grow their business faster. A professional who continues learning can advance further in their career. Personal growth and financial growth are closely connected. When you invest time in improving yourself, your value increases. And when your value increases, your income usually increases as well. Arcad believed that anyone who wants to build wealth should always look for ways to become wiser, more skilled, and more capable. Because the more you grow as a person, the greater your opportunities for success. The lessons from The Richest Man in Babylon may come from ancient times, but their wisdom is still powerful today. The book teaches us that building wealth is not about luck or earning huge amounts of money. Instead, it is about developing simple habits and following them consistently. By saving a portion of everything you earn, controlling your expenses, investing wisely, protecting your wealth, planning for the future, and continuously improving your ability to earn, anyone can begin building financial success. These principles are simple, but they require discipline and patience. Wealth does not appear overnight. It grows slowly over time through smart decisions and consistent actions. The people who achieve financial freedom are not always the ones who earn the most money. They are the ones who manage their money wisely. The wisdom shared in this book reminds us that financial success is possible for anyone who is willing to learn, plan, and take control of their finances. If you apply even a few of these lessons in your daily life, you can begin creating a stronger and more secure financial future. Because the journey toward wealth always begins with one simple step: deciding to manage your money wisely. If you enjoyed this summary of The Richest Man in Babylon, make sure to support the channel. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss our upcoming audiobook summaries and powerful life-changing books. Also, share this video with your friends and family so they can learn these timeless money lessons too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.